Tonight I'm feeling kind of light, tired. I'm in a chill mode. Feel like I'm floating.
Mm-hmm.
So tonight I'm feeling kind of good.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Light and chill. Light and chill. All right. Well, Roscoe celebrated a birthday this week, and so did Joey. So happy birthday! Woo!
Happy birthday! Happy birthday!
Happy birthday! Look, I was gonna find him a birthday song, but I don't know if they wanted the light shined on them in the birthday bitch, and it's your birthday, shout it, you shout it, go shout it, it's your birthday. I don't think they wanted any of that. So, just happy birthday. And I didn't want to hear Stevie Wonder, so y'all got the birthday original. Happy birthday. Yay. Okay. I don't know if y'all have heard of this band called Foo Fighters. Anyway, white band. Probably hadn't heard of them. But the point, I ain't saying it because I know who they are either. But the point I saw, when I'm watching the news and what's going on around the world, it was this, what's his name? Dave Grohl, whatever. He is a musician. He's a vocalist, a guitar player, drum and bass. And he went on to say that after being married for 21 years, he cheated on his wife and fathered a daughter. He has 3 daughters with his wife. He said he's working on regaining the trust of his family, meaning his daughters and his wife. But he intends on being a good father to the daughter that he had outside, and that daughter has brought him lots of joy and happiness. So what are y'all's thoughts? And it's kind of a crazy question because y'all are men. But if you were married and you had, whatever, a woman for whatever amount of time, and she told you that she was pregnant and she was having a baby by another man, what would be your response? We're going to go with you first.
Go ahead, Roscoe. Nah, let Roscoe go on that one first.
Make sure I heard you right. If I had a woman and she told me she was having a baby by another man.
And y'all been together 20-something years, 20 years, 15 years, 10 years, 5 years. You have kids, so you have a family. She cheated and she was pregnant by another man. A white man, because the baby came out, because they may have been when he found, I don't know. Anyway, so it's got to be something like all of a sudden.
She probably end up dead. Where I'm at in life.
Roscoe.
Depending on, just being honest with you, depending on where I'm at in life, then again, it might be my way out.
So you'll leave your wife and the kids?
Yes.
Okay.
She broke the code.
Roscoe said she's going down. He said dead.
She broke the code. Which code?
Everything. Our bond. That's like a cut chain.
But last week you said men, y'all can be forgiven for things.
Well,
So y'all cheat and do stuff and y'all do whatever to make it right. So the rules they're double standards?
No, they're just different. They're not double standard. The rule is what it is.
What's the rule?
Men have their set of rules and women have their set of rules. That's just the way we're wired. We're not wired
That's
the
not
way
a double
women-
standard.
No, that's different rules. It's not double standard.
Hmm.
You get women got their rules, men got their rules. And
So
that's
what's the
why-
men rules?
Depend on the man.
Hmm.
But they're pretty much gonna get the same outcome.
What the dead?
So might end up, like I said, that
Unalive?
or we won't be together anymore. And you broke the chain. Me personally, I want to seal the same.
You
know?
wouldn't love the little baby? It's your baby.
It's not the baby fault.
It's your baby though, because
I
you married to
I
him.
love any baby, but it's not the baby fault. It's just the fact that she broke the chain.
But I'm saying, if you married to her, it's your baby.
No, that's not my baby.
Yes,
No, that's not my
it
baby.
is. The judge said that's your baby.
The
Because
judge can't
y'all
tell
married.
me. Well, the judge he must have got her pregnant.
No.
It's his baby. If it's much, it's just as much
The
my,
confounds of
it's
marriage.
just as much as my baby as it is his.
You be that baby's pappy.
How you can just tell him that? So that means if the judge can just tell me that's your baby, that's just like I can walk down the street and say, hey, this child belongs to you.
Shit.
Mm-mm.
See, that's too much.
Married.
That's over too much power. That's too much power. Nah, hell to the no.
Okay. What about you, Dominic?
So, I don't believe in cheating. If I gotta cheat on you, I don't need to be with you. If I'm not, period. And I feel
Okay.
like
If she cheated on you
you cheated on me.
and she got pregnant and it's Ray Ray baby,
I ain't got
Hillary Cyrus,
that between her and Ray Ray.
what you gonna do about your marriage?
Oh, I'm out.
You're not gonna forgive her?
Yeah, I forgive you. Out the door.
Okay. But y'all were married for better or worse? Y'all ain't gonna say them. I ain't gonna say them vows. Better or worse,
We probably don't say them vows either.
Mm-hmm.
Who made those vows? That's not a standard vow.
That is, it's in the book.
That's for everybody. That ain't everybody.
But you don't have to say those vows. That's what I'm saying. Like, you can make up your own vows.
Yeah.
So if neither one of y'all would forgive the lady and stay with her.
I
keep
said
the
I
baby.
would forgive her.
No, I said forgive her, stay, and raise
You
the
ain't
baby.
saying what you said at first.
Would y'all forgive her and stay like they're trying to work it out?
I will forgive. I will.
They're working on regaining. That's what I said.
I can forgive her from afar.
It would take me some. I will forgive her.
And your kids want you to stay with mama.
We'll go to counseling
Okay, so
For the
you
sake
would
of
just
my
walk
kids.
away right away.
for the sake of the kids. Cause you said
Okay.
kids.
Right, because they have
Yeah,
3
they have
children.
3
They've been
children.
married 21
Okay.
years.
So them
He
kids
cheated.
grown.
No, some of them little. You can see them, they little.
Oh, okay.
He
But yeah, they need to go to the counseling. He need to go by himself. She need to go by herself, and then they need to go together.
Okay.
See, ain't
So
no,
y'all got kids and y'all married
there's no
21
counsel
years.
for that.
Okay.
There's no. That's to me. I think the counsel will be for somebody if y'all ain't sure. You know, apples and oranges or all of that.
I ain't sure what.
About how y'all move. But you go out and get a baby, carry it 9 months, have it. Oh, you well aware of what you doing.
She didn't know until the baby got here with them.
Nah, it don't just happen like that. You know you miss your cycle. You know you.
No, but she's sleeping with you too.
Nah, that's bullshit.
It's just that the baby came out mixed instead of black like you.
Nah. Nope, that ain't gonna float.
Okay.
Cause for one, a man can't walk around like that.
Are we familiar?
You got all your kids and you got this one black baby. Or you got all your black kids and you got this one white child.
Wait.
It's almost like you're seeing the wrong that she did every day.
But y'all could, the public don't have to know. They could just think you adopted the baby.
The public can know. No, when you walk up and no, it ain't. I know in my mind. I don't care what the public think. I know what I'm. See, if you can do it and the public don't know, I might be able to get over it. See, you got.
That's what I'm saying. The public won't know because you
You
adopted the baby.
got to think about the humiliation,
Everybody gonna know.
the mind games that the man mind might be playing with him. It's a whole wide scope that you cannot just sit and say how a person is going to react. That's, to me, I have had someone that cheat on me before.
Mm-hmm. They
And
had a baby.
they ain't got to have no baby. I don't want to touch them no more.
Damage goods. Okay.
Yeah, I'm kind of like that too now.
So, you know, I just don't see you the same no
It'll
more.
take me a minute to get past that. Like me and my ex-wife, for example, us
Mhm.
no longer being together, and she ended up getting pregnant with the new guy,
Mm-hmm.
but now old. But anyway, and she called me. She called me and she told me to sit down, and then she told me she was pregnant, and I was like, oh, okay. That's all I had. I didn't have anything else. But when she did call, like for some of her appointments, if I was able to take her, I didn't mind taking her,
Mm-hmm.
or being there for her.
Mhm.
I didn't mind, you know, because yeah, you messed up our marriage, but
She didn't have the baby on you.
yeah, you didn't have a baby on me, so I'm not tripping.
Mm-hmm.
You said she
Um,
messed up your marriage by
Oh, she cheated. She cheated mentally.
with the guy.
We were talking about the emotional cheating before.
Okay, so the guy she had the baby by, that's who she cheated with.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah.
On the computer though. It was on the computer at first, and then it was
I
time
got
passed
face to
that
face.
it became face to face.
However,
So in the end, I remember the baby. Well, she ain't no baby now. She's 12, but she's terrified of her father, and because me and her mom used to talk to each other because they was overseas and this, that, and the third. I remember the baby being 4 years old, and the baby asked me, "Could I be her dad?"
Mm-hmm.
And it a part of me it touched, but another bigger part of me it couldn't touch because all I could think in my head every time I see her,
Mm-hmm.
it's not the fact of so much seeing him. I think it's more so their birthday is right next to each other. Like hers on the 11th and his on the 13th. There's something weird like that. But either way it goes,
Your ex
it's
and her man, or the baby
the
and
baby and the,
the
and
daddy.
the daddy,
Okay.
and both are Leos.
Okay.
So, yeah. So, but at that time, I wasn't dealing with Leo. But anyway, long story short, she asked, and I told her to put her mom on the phone. And me and her had a conversation. And I told her, I said, as much as I want to say yes, I'm not able to.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the one thing I wanted us to have together. Right. And for me, you took that from me and gave it to somebody that ain't even worthy of it. You know what I mean? So that's why I say when women sit there and say, "Oh, I want a man that's gonna take care of me," yada yada yada, woo woo woo. Yeah, I've been there. I done that, and I still got cheated on. So with that being said, it don't matter if you taking care of them or not. If they gonna cheat, they gonna cheat. That's why I have that mentality.
Mm-hmm.
As far as being humiliated, this, that, and the third, no, that's not on me. That's on her, because that's a decision that she made.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't own her decision that she made to. That's not a humiliation for me, nor for her.
Okay. If you were with her, you wouldn't be humiliated.
Yeah, I wouldn't be humiliated. Yeah, I wasn't humiliated when she cheated. I was like, oh, okay, so we ain't together no more, right?
That meant we broke up.
Yeah, she was like, no, we can go to therapy now. We can go to get no, but
like I have seen people. I had a close friend of mine. He cheated on his wife.
Mm-hmm.
His wife couldn't have any kids, and the daughter came out looking just like his wife.
The daughter that he had by the girlfriend on the side.
And
she must have hated her.
So it flipped, man.
So
I mean, you never know how the mind will handle things. So when that situation took place,
and clearly that was the woman that forgave the man.
So the woman forgave the
her
man.
Husband for having the baby outside.
She forgave her husband. She said, well, I guess I'll be a good stepmom. She used to buy her and the daughter matching outfits.
She wanted a kid.
She had, she decorated a room in the house for the daughter. And the daughter loved her to death. And so when the real mama used to come pick her up, the wife tried. This is the flip part.
I already know
my buddy, once the outside girl realized she couldn't break up his home, his wife said, if you want to go be with your child, you're free to go. But if you want to stay, we'll work through this and raise this child. Well, the mother realized she did not win. She thought by having the baby, she was going to win. Right. Also based on the dream that my partner sold her. All right. So he was wrong.
Always.
So many kind of different ways.
Right.
All right. So the mother started seeing other guys. He couldn't take it when he go to pick up his daughter that another man was there. So and he couldn't run two houses.
Right.
And so she told him, you got a whole wife at home. Get your daughter and go. He couldn't take it. So he left his wife to try to be with the baby mama. And the baby mama like, no. He tried, but he couldn't hold it down because the baby mama like, nah.
Right.
No.
Right.
No.
Now, at that point, she got what she wanted, though. That's why she don't want it no more.
Right. So now,
Narcissistic
the
at his
chase is,
best.
look, the chase is
Now
better.
he don't
I don't
have
want
a-
you for real. I just don't want you to have nobody else.
he
And
don't
his
have a
son
baby
chasing-
mama or the wife
Narcissistic
anymore.
like hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He don't have a baby mama or the wife anymore.
Right.
So
So he lost double down.
double down, and
Oh.
so that's the karma.
Yeah. It really is.
So my take on it would be is you can know what's gonna happen. Let's go on and get it over with.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna string this along. I applaud his wife for doing it, you know. And man, I tell you, they look. They looked good together. The daughter looked just like the wife, but the
Wow.
mama couldn't smile. The mama didn't like people saying, "Oh, that's your you the babysitter or you the aunt."
Mm-hmm.
And stuff like that. So the mama like, nah. Now the child is grown and grown now,
Mm-hmm.
and everything blew over. But still, you can't just. I believe in karma in a situation like that,
Yeah.
and also my ego or my mind. I ain't gonna say ego.
It might be your ego, Roscoe.
No, my feelings ain't gonna let me walk around with this other child knowing
Yeah.
that you had this by a dude, and then by right you cannot. So even though, okay, you accept your wife having a child by another dude, and you claiming to take care of it, you gonna tell that child they can't know their real father? You gonna tell that child? You gonna tell that father he can't pick his child up? Because even though your wife had a child by a dude, and the dude might take care of his kids,
Yeah.
so you gonna tell him, nah, bro, you can't see this child.
No, come and get your
Are you
child.
gonna see your
shit.
child? Are you gonna let him pick up his child every weekend?
Come and get
Right.
your child, pimp.
You want to get
See, and the thing about that, to me, with the other kids, what message is that sending to your
It's
daughters
almost
and your
like
son?
saying it's okay.
Right.
No,
So-
it's saying mama messed up. We're a family. We
Yeah.
love each other, and we're gonna
Well,
work
that
through this.
depends. That depends
Yeah.
on.
Depends on the people.
It
Yeah.
depends. How
Because
you-
daddy could have messed up before, and daddy just didn't get caught, and mama forgave him, and it might be why.
Yeah.
You know, you never know.
That's
Well,
true.
see, when it boils over into the family, into friends, into everything, daddy can mess up. Daddy can be a gambler, lose all the money, don't pay the rent.
Mhm.
Mama figure out some kind of way to get the rent money and pay it. The children don't miss a beat.
Mm-hmm.
But when a child now sitting there looking like saying, your dad ain't my daddy, why your dad just picked you up, and why you got a different daddy from us, and we all older than you.
Mm-hmm.
Mama and dad ain't never broke up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because some parents don't tell your kid, hey, me and your mama having a problem.
Mm-hmm.
So your daddy got a girlfriend or your mama got a boyfriend. There are some parents that do that.
Yeah.
I have known situations like that where a girl look at her mama boyfriend like her daddy.
Yeah. Yeah.
She don't even go to her daddy. She go to her mama boyfriend.
Yeah.
And that, to me, that's a bad situation to be in.
Are the parents in the same house? The mama,
The
her
mother
mama
and
and
father
daddy
in the same house, and the daughter go to the mama boyfriend like he's her dad.
So it's almost like who you gotta understand the mental the capacity of children when they're small. They go to the person that they feel like really care about them
Mhm.
How
and
do
there for them. You know what I'm saying?
how did the daughter get to meet the boyfriend? Let's start.
The mama.
How did she? Right. So it's all
The mama.
it all falls on the mother. How did the daughter get to become that comfortable
Mm-hmm.
where now she is looking at this man like a father figure? See, I'm not talking about what the child done. I'm not talking about what the father might not be doing.
Mm-hmm.
How is this child in an environment where she's looking at another man
As a
depth
father figure.
and that deep? And
Well,
she
think daddies do it all the time.
I don't think a
Daddies do. Men do take their children around women
Yeah.
more often,
Yeah.
I think, than women take their children around
Yeah.
them.
that's a raggedy dude.
But
It
it's
is,
a lot of them out
but it's a
there.
lot of them out there. She's right.
Girl,
And
they'll
they-
bring in
and-
the baby, they think that's a pickup. That's
and-
a
and-
way to
Oh,
do it for women.
And the mama, when in that case, the dad had been off the chain since day one. He just
Facts.
he just jumped. He got some
Right.
piece of trash.
Right.
You ain't got yourself nothing.
Right.
But you just take a good guy and he stray away. Now he's taking his kids over to the other woman's house. That's no.
A lot of good when it comes down to good guys and guys, because I ain't gonna say all of them bad. So when it comes down to good guys look at things a little bit more different.
Mm-hmm.
They, a lot of them, shall I say, kind of look at them also not on their perspective, but also a woman perspective too. So it's kind of like they think about the female before they be like, well, your mama slick crazy, so I ain't gonna have you around.
The ones that got sense.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The ones that got sense, the
Mm-hmm.
ones that don't give a damn. On the other hand, that's looking to have fun and play around. They will
Or they
use
might
their
be the
child.
abusers.
Yeah,
So they
yeah.
ain't worried about
And
it.
vice
one way or
versa.
another.
Women the same way.
Yeah.
So.
They ain't worried about it. For me, I can say, I've experienced a lot of stuff in life.
Mm-hmm.
You know how they say certain things are thorn in your flesh, like, well, you may not own church people,
Yeah.
but this is a thorn in my flesh. So this is something that I have dealt with or tolerated or whatever. For me, that would be a deal breaker for me.
Yeah.
I already said I don't believe in community
Ding dong.
penis. So, I have worked through infidelity in my younger years, like my late teens, because I got married young, and in my early 20s. Early 30s. At this age, I don't want to work through any infidelity, so surely a child for me would have always been a deal breaker. In my marriages, that would have been a deal breaker, and I made that clear. Somebody probably would have called the police on me or defects or somebody. Because if you left the little baby with me, it'd probably been hurt and then I'd be in jail. Or,
She
would have been out there. Yeah, I would have. You wouldn't have been able to leave the little baby with me and all that stuff. No, that's how I felt, and that's what I told him. You won't be able to leave the little Ray with me if you fuck around the hell out of the baby gonna be broke up in a casket, 2
It ain't
months
the
old.
baby fault that
Don't leave it with me. Not my
the
problem.
punishment though. The baby
But listen, just like y'all said, that would be a constant reminder of the hurt. It would be a constant reminder. You think you finna leave a little baby with me?
I wouldn't hurt the baby though.
Don't leave the baby with me then.
It would be a constant reminder.
You doing good to be here.
Yeah.
The hell your baby gonna do? Leave that baby where it's at.
Okay.
But for me, a baby was a deal breaker. Okay. So,
we gonna go to the next question.
I ain't worried about it. That ain't my problem. Now I just said when I was younger and no.
Baby gone.
Yeah.
Wait, baby. I don't know.
I don't know how it got
I left
over
the baby
I
with
don't
you.
know how I got over the balcony.
I left the baby with you. I was asleep. I don't remember that conversation.
Lies you tell. I ain't even seen that little baby. You know that baby wasn't supposed to be here. So anyway, no, that would be a deal breaker for me. So I wish David Grohl, whatever his name is, with the Foo Fighters. Mm-hmm. I wish him and his wife and children, all 4 of them, the best of luck. Yeah. And if they can work through it, God bless them. Yeah. That's just not my my cup of tea. Thank God for that. That's not my fight. My
praying, forgiveness, and healing.
I have seen men that cheat on their women.
I told you keep it on your side.
I've seen men that have cheated on their women, and their women stayed with them. Yeah. And I asked them, I said, I commend you on that. They'll tell you, I'm not gonna let the other woman win.
Mm-hmm. It ain't about winning. I'm
losing
every time I see that little baby.
For some women, it is.
See.
I'm listening.
I don't think men. It's not a win or lose with a man. Right. It's about knowing.
Yeah. It is a win or lose because you win keeper. Because you said it's a constant reminder of what happened.
And that's why a man is not gonna. Now a woman might can deal with it.
See, that's what y'all think. It's double standards. I'm the girl that can't.
Right. But I have seen. I have a grandfather, and he had a young daughter, if I'm not mistaken. And I asked, my grandmother about it. She said, I don't care, baby, about that. I know where the checks go. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we all in Trinidad. Mm-hmm. I don't care about all that. So, You know, it just depends on the person.
Yeah,
I'm not saying
everybody-
Some people don't care too because they doing the same shit that the other person doing.
That's true.
How
too.
about
then it could be
That's true,
the other
too.
person could
How
not be
about
doing
that?
it.
Yeah,
The other person could not be doing it.
But there are some that do.
There is some that do, but at the same token, like I said,
All right, Tyreek Hill.
Who?
Did y'all see that? The football player, Miami
No,
Dolphins,
watching
here
TV.
from Georgia. It was on news. So, he got stopped for speeding
Okay.
before the football game on Sunday. And the police used excessive force.
Oh wow.
Well, y'all didn't. I sent y'all the videos.
Yeah, I seen the
Okay.
video, but
Okay, so I need to save this topic. I'm gonna have to go back to it when I have more people that watch this. I will say this: I don't think that the excessive force should have been used.
exactly.
However, I think he made things
Complicated.
more complicated because his tone with the police officers. I don't remember. They said he said who he was later in the video. Like, do you know who I am? I didn't hear it from the beginning, but his tone with them tapping on the window, he didn't do anything to break the law.
Right.
It was just he
his
was
tone.
aggressive in his tone and borderline.
Little rude.
Yeah, borderline
Yeah,
rude. I don't
borderline
want to say
rude.
straight
Yeah,
disrespectful,
from the
but borderline
video.
rude.
Yeah, from the video, it looks a little borderline rude to me.
Yeah, that caused it to be
Altercation.
extreme, and then the police officers, of course, were extreme.
Yeah, of
I'm
course.
trying to
this
see.
I think it happened in Miami, right?
It happened here.
She
He-
knows
he
where
was
the
from
check is
Miami.
going, but he
No, he going
now
away to the
has
game.
a new obligation to take care of a kid that he couldn't. Let's see.
No, he was from Miami coming to Atlanta for the football game on Sunday.
No, he was going to
No.
Miami. If he's in Miami, going
He
to
going
Miami
away
game.
to the
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay,
He was going to play, and then he was rushing and speeding. Yeah, so somebody else said on here his aggression was not necessary. I was trying to read the messages over here.
Yeah.
So he got smart. He started talking about them like not touching his window. When he passed out his license, he rolled the window back up on them so they couldn't keep talking to him. Some people said that, you know, when you get an officer your ID, some people may roll up the window because they think they walking away from, you know,
Yeah, they
because of
normally
it.
do walk away.
But he like barely cracked the window like this to pass
Yeah.
it out. Why y'all tapping on my window like this? Why you tapping out hard on my window? Why you tapping on my window like that? You know, they were asking him questions and telling them or giving instruction, and he was combative.
Extra.
Let's say that.
Yeah, he was
just being
combative. He was just extra.
And then when he got, because he wasn't cooperating, they snatched him out the car, put him on the ground, you know, la la la. He's calling seems like it was his manager or whatever on the phone to let them know what was going on. And the police were extreme. The police kind of were rude to his teammates. Then he began to talk about the expensive knee, you know, his knee surgery that he had. And they was like, well, did you have surgery on your ear? It just went all left. I felt like it was a lot of ego going on.
Mm-hmm.
And that although he may not have said, hey, I play for the Miami Dolphins, you know, blah, 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 blah. I think sometimes because we have celebrity,
Mm-hmm.
then we act like we're celebrity and like
Extra.
we're above
Yeah.
certain rules or above the average. So I think he just made it go all the way left. And then in the end, although he was a victim of
Abuse.
police brutality, so to speak, I think he escalated it and made it worse. And the police escalated it. So if he had just been more cooperative, then things wouldn't have gone as far as it did. As well as the police officers, if they practice what they supposedly is supposed to be trained to do, then it would have went, you know, a whole lot better. But anyway, but all of this was for a speeding ticket. Was speeding, and he was supposed to be getting to the game because Sunday was the beginning of the football, you know, the main football
first
season. So
game.
he was trying to get there, and they did win, so he won. So yeah, congratulations to them. And like he said, if I was not who I was, and he didn't have the people to come, like his manager or the people from the team and the
He
teammates
would
and all
have
that
been
stuff,
locked up.
he would have been locked up, or it could have been worse. So that I do believe is true. And then this attorney that was doing the commentary that I sent y'all, she said that if he had been Tyler or Tom Brady speeding up there doing
They
the
would
same
just let
thing,
him
they
go.
would have just let him go. So there, we of course we know we didn't live in a world that things are different.
Yeah.
Rules
Well,
are
see,
different.
the thing about it, first the car drew the attention.
Oh yeah, they didn't like. I think that too. They didn't like that he had a
Then-
fancy car. Nigga, his fancy car.
And then, you know, the way he
And
looked,
I'm down that now.
the way he looked, you know, he looked like one of them Thuggaboos.
Yep,
Mhm.
and he was talking like it too.
So, and one of the guys said, "Do y'all realize who that is?" Then now the guy like, "Oh, we done messed up." So my thing is this right here. I don't think a police just wake up and say, "Hey, I'm gonna pick on him. I'm gonna let him go. I'm gonna let that. I'm gonna kind of get that one. I'm not gonna get that one." You know, you can set the stage. You know, and for so long, it seemed like he should know. We don't have Heinz warrant to
Right.
get all type of athletes that got pulled over in them fancy cars for speeding. And the police like, you got to be crazy. You know, he could have handled it different. He could have lost his life.
Mm-hmm.
And they'd have dealt with the
Yeah.
lawsuit, you know, Black Lives Matter, and, you know, Ben Crump and all the guys down there. And then in a couple of months, a year later, it's gone. Somebody paint a mirror on the wall of you and whatnot. But that's
He was
still,
a great football player.
that don't change the thing. But then they'll start
Then
putting up,
in and put somebody else up there.
then they go back, put up a juvenile record and everything. How many baby mamas you got? You're not a stand-up guy.
They turn around and try and all the good stuff you are and you done. They fixate it and focus on the negative.
Right.
Well, they did.
So-
They already did that because they said he was beating up women and he was doing all that kind of stuff before. But he's a young guy. He's only 30.
Right.
I mean,
So-
but if he was whooping ass before, y'all already know this. I don't see why I keep bringing it up.
Well, I don't know if the police knew it, but this is what they're saying on social media. Now they're bringing up his record.
But see,
Immature.
you got to think about it. When you take those people money, they gon' you know, they got an ace in the hole. They can make you and break you.
Yeah.
See, a poor man, you lock him up. A rich man, you take his money.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was saying that too when they were telling him. I guess maybe they want to give him something or do something for him, whatever. And he was like, "I'm already rich. I'm already rich." Like when they was taking the handcuffs off, and maybe people were saying something about suing because you know they had spectators around. But he was saying, "I'm already rich. Like that ain't gonna do nothing."
You don't have to do all that.
Mm-hmm. So I think the celebrity he used a little bit. Okay, John Bon Jovi. Y'all know who that is, right? Right?
Uh-uh.
You don't know who John Bon Jovi is?
Yes, you do.
You don't know. Yeah, he do.
Yeah.
Oh, you busy working on your ones and twos over there? Oh, okay. Well, anyway, he saved a lady. He stopped a lady from jumping off the bridge yesterday in Nashville.
Yeah.
I thought that was nice. You know, they were saying that he's a helpful person and blah, 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 blah. And I think that's great that people are still humane. You know, we may see certain things and we can be celebrity or we can be so busy, but to take time to help somebody in need that was about to end their life and to be successful in helping that person, I think was a great thing and commendable. And I'm glad that he was present. He was somebody that was present that was able to help save this lady's life.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of people are truly going through.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like for some, not all, they really just feel like they're on the edge to a half of a second from jumping over the cliff.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because damn near everybody is one paycheck short from being on the streets.
Mm-hmm.
It don't matter
The
how
average,
much.
yeah.
The average person, you could be making 70,000+. All the way, if you make anywhere between 10 to I think statistic was $150,000 a year, you're technically one paycheck away from being on the street.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you got money saved up, you know what I mean, it still wouldn't technically be enough because just a one bedroom in the hood is $1,200.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And then it goes from 12 all the way to $2,000-$3,000, and in your mind you're like, yo, how do we supposed to live off of that? How are we supposed to live? You know?
And with inflation.
Yeah. With the inflation, so yeah.
You know, it's funny you said that. And I took the time to talk to the sense of people that walk around. He said a lot of people are lie about their income on the census, and then they get mad when 6 months, a year later, everything is high in their neighborhood. And the guy explained to me how the census works. If you tell the truth about your income, that's what they try to base the prices
off. Yeah.
And it's not like you fill out a credit application.
Right.
And so a lot of time, people pad their wealth out of shame or want to look like something. So if you, from the way the guy explained it to me, basic necessity of life, they say a person can live off of $30,000. No, you're not going to have a flat screen TV in every room. You're not going to be walking around with 5 pair of Jordans and, iPhone this, iPhone tablet this, iWatch. But you can have the basic necessities of life and survive. A lot of us have luxury. Just take around in this room. Between the 4 of us, I guarantee there's over 300 pair of shoes.
Nah, I don't have 300 pairs of shoes.
No,
He said between all three of us.
Between all 4 of us
All
put
four
together.
together.
Oh yeah,
all 4
yeah.
of us in this room. We count every
Yeah.
pair of shoes, the little house shoe, the shoe you walk to the bathroom, the one you might take the dog out in.
I
We
got
probably
about
have-
20.
We probably have over 300 pair of shoes. I'm just giving.
Yeah. I feel
And
A lot of shoes.
So that is a luxury item.
Facts.
Like, it's funny. I seen a buddy, he said, man, I want to do my laundry. I'll be done in 30 minutes. I'm like, how you going to do all your laundry in 30 minutes? This dude got a pair of socks for every day,
Right.
a pair of underwear for
Every day.
So
Right.
basically, he got 7 pair of socks, 7 pair of underwear,
7 shirts, 7
Right.
pants
and
and
he
shoes.
just keep it in rotation.
Yeah. I don't see the problem.
That's not a problem.
Right.
But the average person.
But the average person's not gonna do that. That's correct.
Right.
That's correct.
So living with necessity versus luxury is what you're saying.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, and that's
And the United
It's true.
States, I hate to say it, is very materialistic.
oh
Yeah,
yeah.
And
For him, for an example, in society where that would be known, quote unquote, as I think the kids call it, or people, adults call it basic. He's a basic
guy.
He's a basic guy. You know what I'm saying? He don't want for much. He got everything that he need right there.
Right.
So in his mind, it's kind of like, why do I need that?
It was funny. I was talking to a guy tonight. He said, "Have you seen that TV show, such and so and so?" I said, "Nah." "Have you seen that TV show?" I said, "Nah." "It's on Hulu. It's on Netflix. It's on Peacock." Nah.
Right.
That don't move me
Not
to
at
sit
all.
there and just chase TV programs and all that. Now, if it's something good, hey man, check this out. I'll watch it. But other than that, I don't have to have that.
Yeah. I don't have
And sometimes people tend, I guess if you ever had it and then you go to your lowest, what some people might call your lowest, and realize how you made it, and it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, but then you got some people that never had it, and then when they get it, they either become, in their mind, now they're better than, you know what I'm saying, or
Living on a
they,
ride.
or they become greedy. You know what I mean? You got some of those people that's like that as well. I mean, my mentality is this. I mean, yeah, I grew up, my friends were Vietnamese and everything, but it was just a basic life. It was easy. It was simple. You know what I mean? My mom did the best that she could, but I didn't have to have those Jordans because I didn't have to have, you know what I'm saying, all of those name brands. I had to have certain name brands,
Right.
but I didn't have to have the name brands that everybody else had to have. You know, that's just something that you want, but is it something that you need? So I always teach my great nephew, you know, when he be like, "Oh, I want this shirt, he passed, I be like, well, do you want it? Do you need it? You know what I mean? And then I go to, okay, you want that shirt, but how many pair of underwear do you have? Sound like to me you need some more underwear. They stay out of mine.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
That I'm kind of like that. So he has learned, okay, I have 30 days in a week, 30 days in a month. don't be over excessive and get 30 pair of underwear. That would be me. But he'll get half. He has 15 pairs of underwear. And, you know, of course, you got to rotate. And he does the same thing with certain shoes, so on and so forth. But if you think about it, women, a lot of women do this. They will sit there and have a pair of pants on Monday with that shirt. And then they'll wear them same pants either Wednesday or Thursday with a different shirt, and you'll never know.
Well, you know why?
Because they frugal.
No. But and how they get away with it, though, men
dress it up and dress it down.
Well, like you just said, the man is not actually looking at the pants. He's looking at the silhouette of the woman.
Yeah.
So a woman can pull that off. But most men think, women say, oh, he got on some, say, Jabot jeans. Oh, he got on some Versace pants. Oh, he got on some Ralph Lauren or some Calvin Klein.
He got money.
He got money.
Yeah.
So
then they chasing the materialistic. But then that's why I always say it's a difference between a woman and a lady. All women are women.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But a lady ain't gonna give two shits about your name brand, whatever you got. They gonna want to know what's in your mind, what's in your head, how you treat them, how you know what I'm saying, take care of yourself, and you know, take care of your family. Yeah. That's what ladies look at. Women, on the other hand, you know, they
or females. You say females. Yeah. Because I was gonna say, I don't think I'm not that type of person. I mean, I want you to be clean. I want you to be neat. I want you to be comfortable. I want you to dress for the occasion. But there are going to be times that I'm like, well, that's stupid as hell to spend that much on a shirt. Or that's stupid as hell to spend that much on some jeans. You really gonna spend that much on some shoes? You know what I'm saying? Like, that would be me more than, I mean, I like some name brand, but I think some prices are ridiculous that I'm not gonna spend on certain things.
Right.
And I'm gonna be like, oh, you gonna spend $1,200 on a purse or on these shoes, and that's not a lot for some people, but for me, who's the everyday average girl, I'm like, shit, I got these many grandkids and these many kids, and what could I do with that $1,200 besides a purse that I'm going to turn into a book bag? Because every purse that I have turns into a book bag because I love books. So it's going to have books, chargers, maybe a weapon, maybe, you know what I'm saying, pens. Yeah. It might have a water bottle. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to have...
maybe a weapon.
I mean, I'm just saying, my purse is going to turn into everything but just a purse, is what I'm saying. So, if I put enough stuff in there, I might rip the seam out of the inside because I put too much stuff in there. I'm told that my purses are always too heavy because I put everything in them. So, I'm just saying I can find something else to do with it. I'm not a... Somebody asked me one time, was I a label hoe? Do I like everything I have to have? And somebody asked me, that's like one of those t-shirts that, and I was like, well, I don't even know what you're talking about. And they was like, well, those t-shirts, they like $200-$300. That ain't one of them t-shirts. Hell no. I said I was invited to, we was out after work. And it was like, let's go have drinks. But where we were working, I had on scrubs. We weren't going to wear scrubs. Although I come here with scrubs. I go with scrubs, right? But it was like, well, find something to slip on. And the only thing that was near there was Target, right? So for me, shoot, I could leave on these scrub pants because I don't care. And I'm gonna go get a t-shirt out of here. I keep some flip-flops or tennis shoes in my trunk, and there you go, right? I said, so that's what it was, a Target t-shirt, and it could have been maybe $20, if that, right? And I'm like, I'll stop at Family Dollar, Dollar General. I don't care if we was in the country somewhere and that's the only store they had, and I needed to slip on something. I'm gonna slip on something because the clothes don't make me. I make the clothes, and that's how I feel, and that's how I felt ever since I was a little girl. Right? I loved Punky Brewster. I loved Rainbow Bright. Like, just do your own thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? And people will say, oh, you like this Rainbow Kid, or you like eclectic, and you just. So it's just right. I like what I like. So I'm just not into all of that. I want to be comfortable. I want whoever, like when I'm looking at a guy, like he needs to be comfortable. Like if you're secure in yourself, all that don't matter to me.
Doesn't matter at all.
But that's just my opinion. Anyway. Okay, so we lost 2 famous black males this week.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. So, what were y'all's thoughts? James Earl Jones, he died on Roscoe's on you and Joey's birthday. So James Earl Jones, he died at 93 years old.
She lived a good life.
Yeah, good life. And he started acting in his early 20s, they said, and went up into forever, right? Right, forever.
Literally to the end.
So I said I want to live to be, 100 years old. So we'll see, in my right mind, good health. And if I don't, I guess my spirit will. But what
he was 930 years old.
And then think about, what are some of y'all's favorite roles that he played, or that y'all remember him as, or something? Because he had a very distinguished voice that you knew that was James Earl Jones. You know what I'm saying? So what movies or scenes or something that y'all remember
what you got
with him?
Roscoe?
Me personally, the classic James Earl would be Roots.
Mm-hmm.
That's his Don Dollar.
Yeah.
Roots.
He done a lot of good things.
He done a lot of good movies.
But Roots is the one.
Okay, for you.
I think a lot of people would say it.
Well, I like him as God. Who typically plays a God, just in movies, period. Like, there's several movies that he plays the voice of God.
Yeah.
Used to why it happens. I think I can't condemn Tony Quinn for playing that. Only Tony Quinn can condemn himself if he does not achieve several things.
Going toward a more militant
What is that?
attitude about his own identity.
Different ages.
And in many ways are way ahead of the black man.
James Earl Jones is arguably one of the finest black actors to have graced both the golden and silver screens since the 1960s. Like fine wine, the Hollywood veteran has aged gracefully, having acted in several blockbuster movies and stage productions throughout his lifetime. The Coming to America star has seen it all, heard it all, and conquered it all, displaying his versatility by taking on challenging roles. His awards also speak volumes, as he belongs to the esteemed class of actors who have won all that there's to win in the world of movies and stage theater. However, the black community appears to have some sort of disdain for the nonagenarian. It is as if they have a bone to pick with the seasoned actor, as he doesn't get the flowers that he deserves.
Okay, so I like him as Mufasa on Lion King. Darth Vader, there was a lot of controversy with that because he wasn't the actual Darth Vader, but one of my aunts was talking to us and telling us that when he was younger and he was the voice of Darth Vader, that he recorded for hours and hours and hours, and he got paid a very minimum amount of money and really not residual on his recordings for Star Wars, for Darth Vader. And he, made comments on
that deep, resonant baritone, truly singular for generations of moviegoers.
He's figuring out the
For Star
computer.
Wars fans and Disney devotees,
Hit the space
you didn't have
button.
to see James Earl Jones to recognize him as the voice.
So he was talking about how he didn't get
This
paid
is
what he was supposed to get paid for it.
Mufasa.
Will rise with you as the new king.
Or an upstart cable news network.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so how he I would say how he matriculated, let's say, in the film industry and began to get paid what he was worth, where he said he was one of the actors that did not get paid his worth from the beginning. And
A lot of African Americans did not get paid what they was worth at.
but to live to be 93 and to experience and be a actor in demand, and for him to be well known not by how he looked but the voice, you know what I'm saying, the voice. And I was waiting on what we're gonna see when Reds comes back, this clip that somebody put together, and when he's talking, it reminded me of like God talking to God's children or something. So I wanted him to play that. So we'll see if he can get to it. And then the other person, and he was from Mississippi too. Anyway, the other person that we lost was Frankie Beverly.
Yeah.
And yeah, I like Frankie Beverly. He put on a great concert. Whenever you went, it was definitely worth it. It was very interactive.
Definitely.
And he died at 77.
Yeah.
So to live a full life.
70 years old.
So there were a few songs that I wanted us to just hear a minute of, or 30 seconds. That's enough of that one.
Yeah. Oh.
I like We're One. I said play that one. That's the one I like. We
I love a lot of Earl Jones movies. I love
What's your
Coming
favorite?
to America for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was an awesome
King.
movie. Yes, and Sandlot was another one of mine that I liked him in.
An old movie I could think of. The Hunt for Red October and
I love him in Lion King, of course.
Yes.
Simba, you disobeyed me.
Simba. Yeah. And he was oh, my cousin was talking about it the other day, Claudine, where they lived. That's old though, like black and white movie.
That is black and white.
Right.
Yeah, that's old school. Let's see. I think the other side of his race was starting to slowly come out.
Oh yeah. They said his race, James Earl Jones' race was Irish, African,
Yep.
and Cherokee. I think Cherokee Indian. So he did look more like that. And Frankie Beverly, his real name wasn't Frank. His first name wasn't Frankie. His first name was Howard.
Yeah.
So that was interesting. He said he saw somebody acting or playing or something to do with music, and their name was Frankie or Franklin or something, and that's how he became Frankie. Yes. The VMA Awards was on too yesterday. Did you get to watch it? I didn't watch it either.
I didn't,
But I saw some clips.
I mean, I really don't watch TV.
I don't watch a lot of it.
I'll watch a movie, if I'm dating somebody, I will watch a movie or two or something like that, but just by myself, I won't have time.
Okay.
I'm doing a lot of music, that's...
Anyway.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite Frankie Beverly?
Back in Stride Again, Happy Feelings, Laid Back Kind of Girl, and I like all his music.
Okay. All right, so now the presidential debate. Turn that down. The presidential debate. What did y'all think about the presidential debate?
I think it was funny.
I think
A lot of
that
answers was not truly answered.
I think that he's not the type of person to debate on those type of topics.
Mm-hmm.
He's running for president.
No, he's not a politician.
Oh, so what is he?
It's like, say for instance, somebody elected a carpenter.
Clown?
No,
Oh,
he was the president. Get over that part. All right.
should he have been president? And is he president? And since you said he's not good at those kind of questions, I'm asking, what is he good at?
Now, somebody probably talking about a business, buying a building, things that he does, and the way he's running based on that. We had people like lawyers and politicians to make decisions, and that's why the country is in the shape that it's in. I'm not saying he's right, but that's his angle. For so long, you've been had lawyers and senators and mayors and governors and whatever you want to call them, state representatives to control the shots. And the local, county, state, city government is ragged. So he's running it almost like really like an independent, like a businessman. So he can't, the conversation they having, he can't even relate to that.
But
So,
he president.
well, we mad at the system.
Mufasa and Darth Vader.
Okay, tell me one president has been for you. There has been no president for neither one of us.
Why?
You tell me.
I mean, are you saying Trump was?
No, I'm not saying.
Oh,
So
okay.
why are you surprised about anything?
I'm not surprised. I'm really not surprised. I feel like it's a shame and it's sad the state
The
of
problem
America that the clown can run again, and that he won the first time shows that America is in a sad state. That a person that is a businessman, that is a celebrity, a star, supposedly in somebody's eyes, celebrity. That's what he is. Not qualified to be the president and run a country. It's sad that America, we need to be entertained. And out of us needing to be entertained, we'll put anybody in office, including Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, Daffy Duck, Miss Piggy, whoever. Like, we might as well have those celebrities in office if, again, Trump's lack of qualifications allows him to be president once and to run the second time. And we do know that the presidency is a lot of the times are spokespersons for the Senate and the House and blah blah blah. But like you said, those questions aren't good for him because he's not a politician. So we could put anybody in the White House. That's what I get out of it. I'm not surprised. I'm disheartened because we can get a clown.
See, this the thing.
Again.
Obama exposed the White House. We never thought in the history of our life that we would have a black president. You know, everybody talking about a man going to the moon, black quarterback, black chief of police, mayor, governor. But the question of a black president, we know.
They actually look black, is what you're saying.
Right. So now when Obama got it, the presidential seat has been exposed. All this time we've had all of them been jellyheads. Not saying Obama's a jellyhead. I'm just saying that now anybody can be president if you got the money to back it, if you got the money backing you. Why is it that the only two people we can find to run for president is him and her?
I think
out of all the people in the world, how many great athletes, how many great musicians, how many great teachers, how many great painters, how many great preachers?
They're the only ones that went the course, that continued the course. There were others that ran.
Yeah, but they ran out of money too.
Right.
So.
You had ones that
That's what I'm
had
saying.
the
So
names.
they continued the
You
course.
had family names that probably could have, but the thing is, that's the world we live in. So to me, regardless of who running for president, if we can't change the system about how we get presidents, we're gonna continue to have these problems.
Do anybody y'all know, are they missing cats or dogs?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Does anyone in your circle, are they missing any cats or dogs?
We missing a
Do you know
dog.
anybody up there that that said they were eating dogs and cats? No, I
We
don't
missing
either.
an umbrella.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, all the presidents, the last few that we have had, I think Obama was the smartest when it come down to education.
There was some article that said
Because a
Obama was
lot
the
of
only person that wrote his own speech. He was the only
Yeah.
president that
A lot
wrote
of
his own
presidents were
He
for
Speeches.
military guys.
Yeah, a
I
lot
think
of
Bill
was,
Clinton and Jimmy
yeah,
Carter,
they was military.
wasn't
They
that
was
like-
very militant.
they were
but
military guys.
Bill was smart. I know Bush, his GPA was a C point average. So obviously.
Because he was reading 9/11, the book
And
was
see, we
upside
think about a
down.
lot of the president went to the Navy
When the tower,
Academy.
when the towers were hit.
They went to the
Did
elite
you see that?
schools, whether they passed
Right.
or whatnot, because
Yeah,
of the
but
family paid for
them to go
But
to those
so
places.
they was groomed to be where they are.
Right.
The thing, what I'm saying is this right here. As bad as it sound, Kanye West, if he probably wouldn't have messed up with the Jews,
He could have possibly been president.
He probably could have ran for president and went to the wire.
Why it sound bad? Because he's smarter than Trump.
He sure is.
Shit.
The thing, what I'm saying is this: you can't go against the grain. You can't.
Yeah, up there in that area, yeah, you
can't
cannot
speak
go. They
out
want you to
against the
stay.
masses. If
stay
you're trying to be a
way.
Moses, you're not gonna make it.
So what did you think about the debate?
The debate to me was a waste of TV time. It was a waste of TV time. Cause every politician tell you they're gonna do this, and they don't do it.
They don't do it.
Whether it's Democrat, Republican, state, county, local,
I
school
say be a man or a
superintendent.
woman of your word. You say you're gonna do something, you need
But
to do
they
it.
can't do it. Even
And
like
again, they cannot do it because they're puppets at the end of the day. Because
Right.
who run the world?
because the
Congress.
money behind them control the shot.
Yeah, Congress. That is.
Just like, for instance, the lady who lost to Warner, who was over, what she was over? The women basketball.
Basketball, yeah.
Okay, the Purdue guy, if I stand to be corrected, was over latex. He had the pattern on latex glove, and he had everybody buying because of COVID. People in the grocery store shopping with gloves on and things like that. So, one of them had the pattern on the mask, and if you can breathe through it, something can come through it.
Yeah, that's fact.
It just. That's the way of the world. Until we change the system, how about how a president come about of the country? We're going to keep getting the same thing.
Yeah.
I think the questions weren't good enough questions. I don't think the questions,
I don't think that was the right
debate.
questions.
Mhm.
I don't think that was the right question.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I don't think they were right questions that night that could have addressed some of the concerns.
I remember one time I had a boss that was a bully. Well, he talked a lot of smack. And he was hardcore on the blacks. And he was lenient on the whites. And he was black. And this one particular white supervisor was real passive, get along with everybody. Because he'd been there so long, he know how the system operate. The boss said, can't nobody be off, it's critical time. Well, this white guy didn't come to work. He told the supervisor, he said, where's Bill at today? He said, Bill didn't come today. I thought I said, could nobody be off? Well, he had to be off. Who okay for him to be off? The white supervisor said, I did. So everybody looked at like, Greg said, oh, Greg get some nuts today. And it was shocked. We was shocked that Greg stood up because he's the most passive one in the building, a laid back guy. And let's go to show you how they stick together no matter what their differences are. We don't stick together no matter what our difference, and our difference would be just jealousy, hate. We don't really have a problem with the next fellow man. We just don't want to see him progress. So when Kennedy and the governor said they were sizing up with Trump, when he started off, he had 90-some felonies pending. Now he got 36. Then I heard tales that a president can't be arrested. Then I heard the charges that he have do not warrant jail time. Then the lady who's prosecuting him might not be in office when he go to trial, so she won't be able to go to trial.
A lot of unnecessary.
It's so many things that should lean in his way. It's like he got the best rabbit foot. He got a rabbit foot that nobody know about. So I look at the system. Every time you feel he on the edge, he get a trampoline. He get a cushion. And when you hear people like Kennedy and the governor backing him, what about the people we don't know that say they backing him?
Right.
And even like Tesla said they double teamed Trump in the debate. He had a debate with 3-4 people. That's not fair. And Tesla now is trying to get the patents on batteries all across the board.
So Trump said he won't do another debate. So he said he did one with Biden and he did one with Kamala.
He won't do any more.
Right.
I wouldn't do any more either.
So, but he said he won both times.
What is the purpose of him keep going back to do what?
I mean, to
Tell some
further
more
show that
lies,
he's,
apparently.
to
Tell some
probably
more
show
lies.
To Trump.
that he's
But
not
to me,
qualified.
I don't think till none of them get with the advisory board and everything, I don't see nobody in charge. Just coming up with a decision for the masses.
Let me tell you something. My personal opinion, I think it don't matter which president it is. If they talking about money, on finding ways to get more money, that's the person that's gonna get voted for. Point blank period. They can sit there and say, oh yeah, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, so on and so forth. No, they're not gonna do it. Because they trying to get our vote. That's
So what did y'all think
vote.
about him saying black jobs, or saying she don't have a plan but run spot run, or the people eating cats and dogs, or the abortion saying that the Democrats and her are okay with executing babies and stuff. Like, I'm just saying the far-fetched lies, the things that were stretched, and he's running for president. Like, I'm asking, what did y'all think about the debate?
I feel like when it came down, I'm with Roscoe. It was a waste of TV time for sure. How I feel about it is just, I feel like the answers wasn't answered the way I would like for them to be answered. I feel like it was a lot of going around the question versus taking the question head on and tackling it. Yeah, it's like depressing in some aspect. You know, you kind of look at the TV and like, damn, this was where we really at, like for real. We progressed, but then again we digressed, I guess, or you know, like
Yeah, the celebrity.
Yeah.
And then, to me, it just, I don't see the debate. That wasn't the take. Like I said, none of the presidents, they gonna have to go before a group of people and come up with the masses, which way they want to move. And then, I'm gonna go a little bit past Trump in the way the world is. If you're a minister and you're not married, a lot of times people don't want you to be the head of the church. All right. If you they don't want a female to be a bishop.
So a lot of female that's pastors and bishops, and they
presidents in other countries.
But they're not the 5 heavy hitter countries that control the world.
Okay.
All right. It's different between the queen and the president.
We ain't talking about queens.
Prime minister.
I'm talking about prime minister. I'm talking about
But
presidents.
a lot of time, the people that call the shots are not gonna respect a woman. Even in, you know why we accepted as blacks? Because our women are very forceful and strong. But those whites, Indians, and other countries, no matter how smart their woman is, their women are not forceful publicly. Now, is that chauvinistic? Yes.
If that's their job and their position, they are. Because some of those women in those cultures do hold positions of authority outside of the home.
But do those positions regulate the world? No.
Their countries, their
countries.
places of living.
Those little small places are not the
What they-
5 big powerhouses.
Let me tell you what them women do, and they're very intelligent. I think that's why I like women too much. But to be quite honest with you, if you think about it, over there in other countries, the women and men know what they supposed to do. They know, you know what I'm saying, the ins and outs, their rules of their society or their culture or whatever the case may be. So technically, and this is coming from one of the little Indian guys that I know that's from over there. He said, "Don't get me wrong, I am the head of my house, but she is my neck, and without my neck, my head can't move." So I asked him, American. I already got a concept what he's talking about, but I wanted him to break it down a little bit further. You know what I mean? And he was like, what we do is we discuss everything we need to discuss, and I have the final say. That's how it's supposed to be. That's exactly what he said. He said, so that's why it's easy in our country to marry our women, or for us to marry our women, because yes, they do have a voice. The women have a voice for sure, but they come with respect behind that voice. You get what I'm saying? And then not only that, they come with the wisdom and the knowledge behind that voice, because they want the best for the family when it's all said and done.
So their wives or their women are not subservient, so to speak, because they sound like they work as a team.
They work as a team,
Right.
correct?
And the position is, their wife is not the one that's gonna be on the front line that you will see. The whole
Because they
decision.
men be on the front line.
Right now, it's with black couples. It's the husband and wife on the front line, and then if you lose the king and the queen, the kids gonna suffer. Most kings gonna have a strong queen, cause 9 times out of 10 that queen is what makes him. But our queen, how they view it, I'm gonna give like an example. In the motorcycle world, everybody see the white guys, greasy, scuffy, tattooed, grimy motorcycles, just look like they just the bottom of the barrel.
Okay.
But you never see a white female motorcycle gang.
You don't?
No.
Oh, in Georgia, yeah, you're right. You don't.
You don't see a Midwest either.
Shit, the hell you say you don't?
No. The women that you see are properties of the male gang. You got to recognize what you're looking at on those colors.
Okay.
Okay? So, when you see a sole female motorcycle gang, you don't see a sole female street gang, do you?
On the regular motorcycles?
So just take a street gang like, say, Crip Blood.
Oh, nah.
Right, it's all men.
Yeah.
Not saying that women are not affiliated, are not a part, but when you speak of certain organization, it's the men.
Yeah, correct.
Not saying the women ain't the backbone or the brain
Mhm.
or the organization. And no matter what happened in the world, the foundation don't change.
Mhm.
And it's like, I'm gonna give you another example. A mason can be an Eastern Star, but an Eastern Star can't be a mason.
Correct. Mhm.
It's so many different things.
That's because America is ran as a patriarchal society.
Exactly.
That doesn't mean it's right. It does not mean
I
that
didn't say-
women are
I
not
didn't say-
capable. And it doesn't mean that women don't hold a position.
Right.
I don't believe in being double standard.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But see,
Like,
they don't see it as double standard. They see that's the way it is.
They. Who is they?
The powers that be.
Okay. So no, it doesn't make it right.
I like the way he said.
That's it. But it doesn't make it. But it doesn't make it right.
Right, correct.
That's all I'm saying.
Like, if you get a chance, I'll tell you something. I know, Pr1ma, you sent out topics and everything. I think we should watch the documentary.
Y'all don't watch. I do watch.
Oh,
I think we should, and when everybody watch it and do come up, Dominique, I think you would like this one. It's about a guy called the Black Godfather.
It's a movie?
It's a documentary about this guy named Clarence Avon.
Let me put it in my phone now so I can watch it at work.
You watch it in spurts, you know what I mean? Because you won't lose yourself because it's that deep. And this guy will go places. Everything that ever happened, from entertainment to Muhammad Ali fight to Ray Charles getting his license, James Brown singing "I'm Black and I'm Proud," to Shine and Puff Daddy, Biggie Small getting shot. This man, throughout all that, determines who go to jail,
Damn.
who get their record deal. Michael Jackson, everybody. And he was told by a group of guys, they told him, say, hey, we want you to move to California to handle this situation. So he moved next to Muhammad Ali. They said, that ain't what we told you to move. He said, I'm next to Muhammad Ali in Beverly Hills. No, it's an area bigger than Beverly Hills.
Mm-hmm.
Beverly Hills is what we know, like people know Buckhead here.
Mm-hmm.
He said, no, I want you to move da 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 da.
Mm-hmm.
Well, his next door neighbor was Liberace.
Mm-hmm.
There's a big difference. So they even asked his wife, you always look pretty. How much does it cost to get your hair done? She said, I don't know. They said, huh? They said, well, how much money do your husband give you? He don't give me any money. Your dresses are da 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 da. How much do they cost? I don't know. Everywhere we live, my closet is already furnished. Every car, I don't pay car insurance. I don't buy gas. I don't buy groceries. This group,
he paying the cost to be the boss.
No, he don't even know. They asked him. They asked in the movie, in the documentary. They asked him, say, well, how much money do you make? He said, I don't make any money. They said, well, how you able to live like you do? How you able to move like you do? He said, now I'm told to go, and the doors are open everywhere I go. And when you see this guy, I'm gonna tell you what he remind you of. The radio host on the Martin Lawrence show. He looked like Jamie Foxx's uncle on the Jamie Foxx show.
Oh man, okay.
So you were like, this little bitty guy is that powerful?
Yeah, you'd be surprised. Yeah.
And you'd be he determined if Quincy Jones is Quincy Jones.
Right.
He determined if Stevie Wonder is Stevie Wonder.
Right,
this guy is that strong, man.
He's dead now.
You'd be surprised.
He died. He wasn't murdered.
You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised.
But just the things, how the world moved.
Yeah.
Okay. Common courtesy. That's what we're supposed to be talking about next.
Common courtesy. Let's go, Thomason.
People need to
Common
learn common
courtesy.
courtesy. People
So-
need to learn common courtesy.
When we were young and we were growing up, I feel like I was taught common courtesy. You see elders, your old people, your grandmama, you leave out the room, or if they want to watch certain things on TV, you let them watch whatever on TV. You may go get grandma a piece of chicken out the kitchen or whatever. You're going to let them have your bed. You're going to carry their bags. You're going to
let them watch whatever they want to watch on TV. The elders.
Respect.
common courtesy and respect, right?
Another
Okay,
one.
now in comparison, I'm saying what things I experienced that were considered normal, common courtesy and respectful, that you see I'm working to the difference between then and now. Y'all's input on common courtesy.
Okay, so
then and now.
like for example, when my mom come in town, right, and she hates sleeping in my nephew's room because teenage boy, y'all know where that can go.
Yeah,
So I have a TV downstairs in the den with the sofa, and it was getting late. So I said, all right, Mom, come on and switch. You take my bed, and I take the sofa.
Mm-hmm.
She said, oh no, I'm fine on the sofa. I said, but bed more soft. But the TV is bigger down here. That's what she said. So I said, okay, that's fine.
But you offered.
But I did offer, and make sure she was comfortable, and that's, to me, that's hospitality. That is common courtesy. That's just what you should do and supposed to do, to me, in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
But there are a lot of people that don't give a damn where you sleep. Actually, they don't want you sleeping at their house, let alone
Right.
so it just depends.
Mm-hmm.
She just came down week before last, her and her sister this time, so her and my auntie. And I said, all right. I didn't know my auntie was down there, so I went down there. I was like, hey, you down here too. So in my mind, I'm like, all right, I got to get in my bed. And I thought about it. Hell no, I ain't giving him my bed this time. Nephew, it's your turn.
Right.
And so he was like, okay, no problem. And he ended up sleeping downstairs on the sofa because it's only one of him, it's two of them. So he knows common courtesy as well, you know. But there's a lot of adults
They don't.
that definitely don't. They feel like they can just take your shit when they want to take your shit, and then you just supposed to be okay with them taking your shit, or you know, eating your food when they want to eat your food, and you supposed to be okay with that. You know what I'm saying?
Because you got it.
Yeah, it drives me bananas. I don't like it. I don't care if I got it or not. At the end of the day, it's mine. It's common courtesy. Pick up the phone, call, be like, hey, you want this or you want that? Yes or no? You know what I'm saying? So
What's some things you were taught that you feel like a common courtesy that people don't really do now? Young people.
I would say the language that young people use around
older
older
gen,
people.
yeah, that too.
Even when people like when we caught ourselves drinking or whatever, anything that was foul, we would not do it in front of our parents. Like I see guys smoke weed around their parents. I feel like that's disrespectful.
Okay.
You know, excessive drinking around your parents. I find that to be disrespectful.
So like 1 or 2 drinks. Like if you at the house and y'all have
If y'all having dinner and you got a glass of something to drink,
1 or
that's
2
fine.
drinks, yeah.
But if you just walking around with a bottle and
Yeah,
as
yeah.
you get in the bottle, your speech change, your demeanor
Yeah.
change, that's disrespectful. To me, if your parent come to visit you and spend the night, you should set it out for them. Make sure they extremely comfortable.
Yeah.
Because they made you comfortable enough where you are able to provide to make them comfortable. So I would think more or less the respect that we show elderly people, our language, the way we might dress around them.
Yeah.
A lot of times the young folks figure because they got of age, they are equally wrong.
Well, a lot of times that's the parents' fault, to be honest. Because if you sit back and analyze these kids nowadays, and then you turn around and have a conversation with their parents, then you watch them two interact with each other, you be thinking in your head, damn, who the parent?
I agree.
I ain't saying all parents,
right.
but
I was gonna say with that, what I've noticed is that in broken households, parents parent different.
True. That's
So what you may be able to do with your mom,
yeah,
you can't do with your dad.
or vice versa.
And vice versa, right? So one parent may say this is wrong or judge a child a certain way based on their way of thinking. But if the child is used to doing certain things with the other parent, then they don't know your boundaries. You get what I'm
And
saying?
that's when you
But-
sit there and explain to the child, look, now you might do that over there, but over here, this is not what we
Right,
do.
and that's what you would have to do. But if children are adults, so I'm not talking about disrespectful things because we'll go on and on and on about that.
Nah, for
I'm
real.
saying what's common courtesy. So when I'm saying that, I feel like there are people that you go out to eat and the other person that you're with, somebody else at the house, you may eat everything they have at the house, but then when you come in, you bring one meal for yourself. You bring one meal for yourself instead of bringing enough to feed everybody. I had a sibling that, although I was accommodating my sibling's child along with my children, my sibling, whenever my sibling decided to pop up, would come with one Happy Meal because my sibling had one child there, but your one child is here all year, and you
Right.
pop up every blue moon with one Happy Meal.
So
And
you
my
should
thing was, you
pop
should have popped up
for everybody.
for all the children, or either what I would say is, even if you can't afford to buy Happy Meals for everybody for whatever reason, then go buy a pizza or go buy bread and chips and Little Debbie's and one of them little 99 cent
Hamburger
back
meat, some french
then.
fries. and go
Right,
cook.
or one of them old, you know, the old gallon jugs of juice that was like 99 cent long, I'm saying 30 years ago. But whatever the case may be, I'm saying you make it work for
Everybody.
the whole. To me, that's common courtesy, right? Where if someone is always looking out for you
Yeah.
and somebody else has always got your back,
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of young people, and there are some grown people too,
Mm-hmm.
but they feel entitled
Yeah.
or they feel like, and we owe them something, or somebody owes them something, so they don't have like common courtesy. There are some grown people that don't even say thank you
Right.
when you go the extra mile for them,
Right.
or when you do stuff that you don't have to do, but common courtesy. So my question is, what has happened to common courtesy, and have y'all noticed that common courtesy, which is different than respect, common courtesy, thinking about
somebody else
besides you?
That's almost like, for example, with my nephew, because I always have to use him as an example. So I give him money, at the end of the week, for an example. And he'll say, well, can you drop me off at my friend's house? Can I spend that? Da, da, da. All right, cool, no problem. Okay, we'll swing by the store and get something to drink. Okay, cool, no problem. Now, in my mind, I just gave you some money. So this is the reason why you want to go in the store, because you want to buy yourself something. So I was like, I think I'm gonna give myself something today myself, because I don't really eat a lot of stuff. But anyway, so I said, all right. So I put my stuff up there. All of a sudden, he put his stuff up there. I said, whoa, where's your money? He was like, well, I'm trying to hold on to my money, you know what I'm saying, because I'm trying to save up for A, B, C, and D. I said, well, hold on. Is that fair for me to spend my money on you while you hold on to your money? Where's the courtesy at? And I gave you the money. Right. That's the common courtesy. You could have asked me, well, Unc, do you want something? Right. Or, Unc, do you need anything? Even if I say no. You know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, I'm going to say no. Right. So at least just offer. Or if you're getting ready to order you a pizza or order you something, you getting ready to eat, and I'm in the house, common courtesy is, you want something? Right. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting ready to order such and such DoorDash. Do you want anything? And even if they didn't have the money to buy a whole nother pizza, like, well, you won't have, like, what you want on this half, and I do this on this half, like, yeah. And what is it that parents, adults haven't taught the children? Like, one of my sons, and now I'm talking about the younger children, had some money, found some money or whatever, and with the money that he found, he wanted me to take the money and put it on his Cash App, like, put it on his card. So I pick him up from school. I pick him up from school, and he wanted American Deli. Okay. So he was like, Mama, can we go to American Deli? And I was like, sure, because I haven't cooked dinner yet. I'm going to cook, but it'll be something that can hold y'all so you can get you and your brother from American Deli. So he says, why I got to get him something? He don't never get me nothing. Like, he don't shit. And I was like, he does. He always thinks about you. Like, so everybody else would say he always thinks about you ever since he was a little boy. Where now he doesn't as much, because we like, well, quit buying. Tell the little one quit buying him stuff because he ain't reciprocating it. Or the little one is always thinking about his nieces and trying to make sure everybody else is good. So this time you find some money, but you're not going to buy your brother anything. So I said, okay. I said, well, I'm going to tell you what. I said, you hold that money until you get back to your dad and see if your daddy going to take you to go get the wings. Because I'm not taking you to get wings if you're not going to buy your brother anything. I ain't asked you to buy me nothing. I ain't charging you for any of the extra stuff that I'm doing. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Because you play sports, you do that. I said, so you just won't get no wings. You can go in the house and figure out what you're going to eat. And now everybody going to figure out what they're going to eat. So later on, we go to a game with the grandkids, and he wanted something to drink, and I was like, well, where your money at? Right. Oh, I left it at the house because I was trying to save it. I said, well, look like you're going to be thirsty. It's water, get some water somewhere, right? So then the next day, he asked for something. He wanted something, and the young one wasn't with us. But I was like, oh, no. I said, because see, when I told you, because what I told him was, I said, you better hope your money lasts you a long time. I said, because I'm going to show you how to be selfish. I'm gonna show you how to be selfish. I said, because you wanna not think about my other son, right? Because that's my son. This is my son too, right? So you don't want to do him, then just wait and see, right? So later on it happens, and as it happens, that weekend I was like, oh, he's like, Mama, can we? Oh, I picked him up from his basketball game. He playing foul ball. So he's so hungry. He said, Mama, I'm hungry. Can we go to Wendy's? Can we go to Wendy's? We can't go nowhere. Where your money at?
He said, well, I bought a video game on PlayStation. I said, well, I guess you better eat that PlayStation. You got that game. I said, because I told you, I'm going to show you how to be selfish. I'm going to show you how to be selfish, because all you had to do, I said, all you had to do was spend $12 on your brother. And he had $100.
Mm-hmm.
So you didn't want to spend $12 on your brother.
Or $5, you know, could have got the 5 for 5.
But what you ain't gonna get is nothing from me. So, as my thing is, when you're around, especially when you're around people that aren't selfish, when you're around people that exhibit common courtesy, because I think that goes back to parents as well as the adults that's around them, whoever. Like, what has happened? And we've had conversations, you know, different people in my circle that's like, well, maybe, you know, sometimes I try to give people the benefit of the doubt and say, well, maybe they just don't know.
Yeah.
You know, but you try to teach them, you try to show them, and you try to, and even in having conversations, there are still some people that I'm convinced they're just selfish and they don't want to be anything different.
That's like if I come over your house, for an example, and let's just say I use your ironing board, just something out there, and I say, P, where's the ironing board at? Oh, it's over there in the corner. You know what I'm saying? So I get the ironing board, I take it all the way to the other side of the block with the iron my clothes, put it up right there, not back where it belongs.
Right, I was gonna say, that means you didn't put it up, you just left it.
Right, just left it right there, and then I'm gone. And then now you like, well, where the hell is my iron board at? I know D said, you know, such and such and so where he put it. So you think in your mind, I'm putting it back where it belongs.
Because that's what you should
But
do.
that's what you should do, but that's not what I did. You know what I'm saying? So now you like, oh, okay, so he one of them. He don't put stuff back where it belongs. He's inconsiderate, because that's where the inconsiderate part come in at, because now you looking for something that you cannot find.
Or look, what about somebody, you have something and they eat it all up? And they don't replace it.
Yo, I be bad. I ain't gonna lie. I be pissed off. I really be.
That's inconsiderate.
I cannot stand going in my refrigerator knowing damn well I put some stuff in there, and I come back, my food be gone or my drink be gone, and I be like,
the hell is that?
So we not gonna. You could at least call or text me and be like, hey, do you want the rest of your food or do you want the rest of your drink? Then I could tell you yes, no, you know what I mean? But you didn't even do that. Like, oh yeah, that shit drives me bananas.
I'm in life. I seen both people that are inconsiderate and people that just don't know. And then the people don't know, the reason why a lot of them that way, they go without lacking. Like for instance, I seen, I guess with my kids, we bought so much unnecessary stuff. Just say Capri Suns and the little juice huggies and popsicles and all that. So they would tend to either go bad or just be for there forever till you throw them away. So when they go to somebody's house, they wasn't really like, ooh, can I have? So a lot of people who grew up not having, and then when they get to a certain point, they're not intentionally being inconsiderate. They just trying to hold on. And because then you got the ones that get everything, but they don't want to share with nobody.
It's still selfish at the end of the day. It's kind of like...
Because some people don't know what they're doing. Some people don't know what they're doing.
I would say I would give a child that answer right there. He don't know better.
But they're like, for instance,
you know what I'm saying?
I seen two of my
closest grown adults after a certain age, in my mind, especially if I have had conversations, just general conversations of how I am. To me, in my mind, you didn't take consideration of how I am to not do what aggravates the shit out of me. You get what I'm saying? Whereas
especially
a child,
if I told you.
Yeah, especially if I told you. I get on my nephew all the time. For an example, I done went through 25 damn iPhone chargers in 6 months. Where's the chargers at, man? So what he'll do, he'll go in my room. I said, look, I wrote his name. This is yours. This is mine. Don't touch. All of a sudden, I go in my room. Okay, the first time he was slick with it. He put his charger, his phone on the charger in my room. All right, I'll give you that. The next time though, it's missing. Now I'm pissed, and I want to curse at him, but he's only 15. But where the hell is my charger at, man? I left it in the country, or I left it at such and such and so. Why you take it out the house? So now I don't have a charger. So now I gotta go to the car, use the car charger, then turn around and buy a new charger. Yeah. I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? Especially when I have had that conversation with you. Even if with my homeboys, it's the same thing. It's certain things that they know. Like, for example, all us get together and we hang out all the time. At least once a month, right? They already know what I'm not gonna do is cook. So they don't have an expectation that Dominic is going to cook. But they have an expectation that Dominic going to bring everything you ask or everything that you need so you can cook. You get what I'm saying? So they understand certain things, it would agitate me, and certain things, yeah, he just not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? So that's still common courtesy. That's the respect of we have with each other. That's courtesy of, okay, like I'm not a drinker. I don't drink. Besides my sake, right? But I know everybody else might drink Bacardi or everybody else might drink whatever other liquor that they have. Sometimes I bring a liquor bottle for them, but it's not for me. That's the courtesy that I have.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But majority of the time, I will bring the cups for them to put the liquor in because I don't drink.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So you gotta have common courtesy. You gotta have morals. You gotta have standards. You gotta have respect. My philosophy is this: do unto others as you want done to you. If you do not want me to take and or touch your shit, leave my shit alone. Cause as a kid growing up, when I used to go in my closet to wake up in the damn morning and my shirt is not with my pants, I know my brother have my shirt. And I'm not getting it for the next 2 or 3 weeks. You know why? Because he don't know which whole house is at. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So for me, it's kind of like when you raised, although we 12 years apart, I was still raised like the only child. I would chef and give you damn near my last, but don't give me your ass to kiss by not asking me, can you have, or, do I still want it or not?
Yeah, because that's inconsiderate.
Yeah, or do I want something to eat, or do I want something to drink? Or, hey,
or replacing what you
or
use,
replacing whichever one you
drink.
gonna do. You know what I'm saying? If you ripped up my damn shirt and you know you didn't mean to do it, it was an accident. At least have a conversation. Hey man, I ripped up your shirt, or I don't know where your shirt is, or I misplaced it. But if I loan you a DVD and you turn around and give it to 12 different of your friends, and I ask you, where's my DVD? Oh shoot, I don't even know, such and such and so and so. Technically, you was inconsiderate, number one. And then number two, you owe me a replacement of a DVD.
And you lied.
And you lied because you asked me to borrow, not them.
Right. And it wasn't yours to give out.
And that was inconsiderate of you to give out something that was not yours.
Right.
So I'm finicky about shit like that. I'm sorry.
So we might touch on this next week when the others are here. The others and the stuff that we didn't that we were vague on tonight. But I do want to say, y'all want to say anything else before we end tonight? We're going to go ahead and say good night. I appreciate everyone for watching, for listening. I appreciate Roscoe and Dominic for responding tonight and being present.
Did anybody say anything on the...
Yeah, I read some of the stuff they were saying, but I ain't seen nobody say nothing yet on the chat.
Okay. All right, well, everybody good night. Have a safe weekend and enjoy yourself. Be safe.
Yay!
Time to go to bed.